Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Fall Production. For the safety of our actors and technical crew, flash photography is strictly prohibited. Video recording is also prohibited due to copyright laws. We also ask that you turn off your cell phones now, please. And now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy Ceremony of Blood.
Stupid ghost. Excuse me, love.
Good evening.
Sorry, I ain't interested.
I beg your pardon.
I'm waiting for somebody.
He appears to be late.
He's always late. No one for passing by a pub without poking in for a few. If you know what I mean. Look here, dearie, it ain't nothing personal. Another time I'd say, let him wait for a change. But a girl can't be too careful these days, can she now?
You're concerned about that madman they're looking for? I'm certain your police will find him soon.
Never caught the Ripper, did they? What's he do to heads, do you think?
He is insane.
But how come none of them have the bleeding heads? What's he do with them, eh? We got all theories. Me and the girls. We've been discussing the matter, taking wages and such. Old Becky heard tell of a fella once, one of them, cannibal sorts, who used to cook the brains and eat them. True story, she says. Katie, she reads a lot. She figures he's some old-fashioned druid, and them girls is human sacrifices. Now, Bess, she says he's some rich old bloke who has spent some time in Africa with them pygmy people, and he takes them heads and shrinks them real tiny and wears them around his neck like a trophy.
I take it you have your own theory?
Well, he's a fine piece of work where he is, but I figure he's a hatter.
A hatter? Ah, a milliner.
Sure, he's a mad hatter, ain't he? See, he takes them heads and decorates them up real fancy-like with ribbons and bows and flowers and such. Maybe that's how he picks them. Maybe by what kind of act they are. See that one right there? She's, plain old close ahead. Well, nah, excuse me. She's a straw boater type with a black velvet ribbon. Oh, a daisy. No. Her. She's a lacy sort with a veil. A nice long veil, if you ask me. Now, she's feathers. All sorts of feathers. Here's a good example. That one way in the back. Lisette. Fancy, ain't she? I figure she's next. Well, I mean, look at her. Raspberry chiffon on pink straw. You mock my words.
And what about yourself?
Well, I'm a plain old close ahead, nothing fancy. What would he want with the likes of me?
So, you're not afraid?
Afraid? Well, I'd be crazy not to be, wouldn't I now? But I got to eat. Besides, I'd rather be out here on the streets than be a skivvy or a shop girl waiting on uppity women who think they're better than me. So don't go feeling sorry for me, love. I can take care of myself.
You are a very amusing young woman.
Thank you both. Bye, see you ain't interested.
What if I told you that, to satisfy my curiosity, you needed to move from where you stand?
Right here. In the middle of the street. You must be loony. Blimey! 20 pounds!
My request is merely this. That you remove that excess from your face.
What is it? Some kind of a joke?
I'm quite sincere.
Well, Well, this is as easy as £20 are, mate. Well now, what you staring at?
It is as I thought. My dear, a face such as yours should never be hidden under so much paint. Not only is it a crime against nature, but it plays havoc with complexion. And you English have such lovely skin.
You're the oldest bloke I run into.
Thank you. Good evening.
Hey, oh, wait a minute. You got a cigarette? This is one of them special fancy blends, ain't it?
Turkish.
You got real class, do you? Born it, ain't you?
You may call me DeVille.
But that ain't your real name.
Such cynicism in one so young?
You know, I've been standing here, asking myself. You pay me £20 to take on makeup off. What would you pay, say, for hat? Or glove? Or stocking? I might be able to retire.
I see you are an astute businesswoman. Would you care to take a stroll with me?
Excuse me, love. Yes? Evening, miss. What's all this? From the Count.
Since brass, nor stone, nor earth, nor boundless sea, but sad mortality all sways their power, how is this rage shall beauty hold a plea, whose action is no stronger than a flower?
It's Shakespeare, miss.
I looked it up. Been reading my correspondence again, have you?
Ah, one of a domestic's first duties, miss. Part of the job.
Well, I hope you haven't been reading Lord Godalming's love letters.
Oh, I stopped after the first one, miss. I'm sure his lordship's a lovely gentleman, but I can't say much for his romantic sensibilities.
Poor Arthur. Everyone's against him. Annie, why don't you put those roses by the bed?
He's a fine man, miss. If you don't mind me saying so. Lord Godalming, the king, miss.
Oh, him.
He's not what you'd call handsome, but real elegant like. He's got them eyes what look straight through you, like Rudolph Valentino. Gives me goose flesh just thinking about him.
The Count or Rudolph Valentino?
But
You really are a limit. You'd best watch yourself, my girl. The moment that you lose your character, another position's hard to come by.
oh, I'm sure I didn't mean nothing by it, miss.
What is it now?
Miss,
You were staring at me.
you're not wearing it. Your mother's crucifix. I ain't never seen you without it.
Oh, the clasp is broken.
Well, where is it? I'll fix it.
No. No, it's quite all right. I'll take care of it myself.
All right, miss.
Oh, come in, Professor.
Not a professor, I'm afraid. I've been not too disappointed.
Only surprised.
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thank you.
Good, good.
And where is your silly old professor? He hasn't been in to see me at all this week.
He's in London. He's left you in my charge, so expect you to behave yourself.
Yes, doctor. Oh, well, bless you.
What are those?
Roses.
I can see that. From Lord Godalming, I suppose?
Actually, they're from Count Dracula.
Oh, what's ever for?
Well, I suppose he had us feeling better.
I thought he was in London.
Back early this morning, sir.
Annie, You have things to do.
But miss.
Oh, don't be silly, Annie. Dr. Seward's known me since I was 5 years old, haven't you, Jack?
Hmm?
Just run along. All right. Isn't that funny?
Yes. What is?
Annie being afraid to leave us alone.
Yes. These bruises on your neck don't seem to be healing properly. Still tender? It's unusual.
Jack, how long has it been since you practiced real medicine?
So the question is that?
Well, we are dealing with my body here, not my mind.
I assure you I've studied enough anatomy to know the difference.
Are you quite certain of that?
Penny tells me I haven't been eating. Sounds good. Why don't you eat every bite of your dinner tray this evening? Agreed?
Couldn't I come downstairs to dinner?
Tomorrow, perhaps.
But I hate staying up here all by myself. What am I supposed to do all night?
Rest, read.
But I'm tired of resting and reading. And it's so stuffy in here with all that awful garlic. Milton isn't helping. I think he might be even stuffier. There a bit of window.
And Halsey says the night air's not good for you. What are you doing reading Milton? What happened to Hardy and D.H. Lawrence?
Oh, the Count gave it to me.
Oh. Good for him. He's quite a remarkable fellow, the Count. Dante, Milton, Seneca, Cicero, Shakespeare. I think he's got them all committed to memory. Never seen anyone pluck a quote out of the air such as he does. Every time he does, I hope he's wrong and I want to look it up, but he's always right. Debating with him is damn disconcerting. Oh, Mina's grown fond of him, I think. The method of culture is a bit old-fashioned. I think he's ever called her Mina. It's always, my dear Mrs. Harker. It bothers you, doesn't it?
Oh, no, not really.
Well, I think Mina's more involved enough, don't you? Well, to be fair to her, she loved Jonathan very much. We all did, but he's gone now, it's time to get on with it.
Jack,
What?
have you ever been in love?
What?
Never mind. I've heard from Arthur. He should be in Whitby next week. He's finished his business and wants to set a date for the wedding.
It's your affair, I'm sure.
You really dislike him intensely, don't you?
It's not necessarily that I like him. I'm not the one marrying him. Cough, please.
Whatever's the matter with you?
What is she talking about? Once again, please.
I feel as if I'd done some terrible thing that I'm totally unaware of.
Once more.
Where are you going?
Just checking on my patients in the West Room.
What have I done now?
Nothing. I simply have more work to do for dinner. Good night.
Good night. What?
Good night, Sleeping Beauty.
You haven't called me that in a long time.
It's old for that, don't you think?
I still like to hear you say it.
Did your husband?
Yes, Doctor. Men. We're complicated. You're back again, are you? Why don't you go bother Mina? I don't need you either, you know. Go away. No! No! Annie! Annie, someone help! Please! Someone help!
Miss, what is it?
What is going on?
Oh, it's Mrs. Harker, miss. The professor told her how bad his terriers are.
She's trying to shoot it!
Yes, miss, please.
Make her stop! Do you hear me? Make her stop!
Yes, miss, please, it'll be all right.
No! Don't pacify me! Make her stop now!
Yes, miss. She stopped, miss. I told her how it was upsetting you. Miss? Did she hit him? Miss? Is he dead? No, she couldn't get near it, miss. Please, miss, are you all right?
No, I'm not all right.
You must get to bed, miss.
But I've been in bed all day.
You must take better care of yourself, miss. What would the doctor say? Just when you're beginning to feel well again.
Thank you, Annie. You're so very kind. I know how much trouble I've been.
Oh, no trouble at all, miss.
All that time sitting up with me all night sometimes.
Oh, it weren't nothing, miss. So I wanted to know in case you might need something.
Actually, I was wondering if you could do something for me tonight before retiring.
Curse, miss. Would you like me to bring you some warm milk, just like I used to? It always helped you sleep.
No. Actually, I thought you could remove those garlands from around the window and the door.
Oh, the professor said that I wasn't to remove that garlic no matter what.
But that was when I was ill. I'm feeling much better now.
But the professor said
That he wanted me to get some rest. Asked anyone to get some rest with that awful smell penetrating the room. I tossed and turned all night last night. Surely the professor wouldn't object to my having a good night's sleep.
they do start something fierce.
Thanks, Ranny. And if you could scrub around the frame, it'll rid the room of the smell. And we don't need to tell Dr. Seward about this, do we? He'd only worry. I know how much trouble I've been to him already. It'll be our little secret. Agreed? Right, miss. Oh, that'll be all once you're done with that.
Miss. Miss, are you sure?
Oh, of course I am. Don't be silly. Everything's going to be all right. It will be all right. I promise you, Annie.
Yes, miss. I hope so, miss.
Evening.
What's the matter now?
Never you mind, my girl. I'm just going about my duties.
Your duties don't include this part of the house. Been at the sauce again, have ya?
No, lass, you've sworn off.
Ha! Think of that. Renfield's escaped again, has he?
What makes you say that?
You can keep close by him. You don't find him soon enough this time, you'll be finding yourself a new position.
If he's escaped. If he has. And try and say he has, mind you. I'll find him.
That's mighty encouraging Renfield all the times he slipped through your grasps and made a fool of you.
Oh, Renfield's a clever little monkey, all right, but I'm wise to him.
I'll bear that in mind while I'm being murdered in my bed.
Oh, Renfield ain't dangerous, lass. He's just loony.
He ain't the only one around here, if you ask me. Ah, Simmons, I've been noticing how the brandy's been getting a bit low. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Let's see what that has to do with me. You got things missing, you best stop with them wee folk your granny's always going on about.
Don't you go look at the little people. It's bad luck. Besides, if there's a liquor missing in this house, I know who to go to, and it ain't the wee folk. Now you run along. The doctor and his sister will be here soon, and they don't want to find the likes of you hereabouts.
Simmons.
Evening, Governor.
Renfield's escaped again, has he?
Well, sir, I ain't saying he has.
Just make sure you find him.
It was my
Oh, Governor, take Parker with you this time. Keep both eyes on him. Yes, sir. And thank you, sir.
Coincidence.
Evening, Mum.
Renfield's escaped again, has he? Simmons looks calm. Old Rennie must be eating him a merry chase.
There's nothing merry about it. He's a dangerous character.
Nonsense, he wouldn't. Oh dear. I started to say he wouldn't hurt a fly, but I suppose that's not an entirely accurate statement. I really do like Renfield. In fact, of all your loonies, he's my very favorite. I don't think he's mad at all, just has strange eating habits like those vegetarian people.
Interesting diagnosis. Though I must say, it comes a bit lower on my list. While my lunatics, I think, he's number 2.
Oh.
Rather low between it, of course, but of all my lunatics, you're my very favorite.
I'm flattered.
In fact, I think I entered my esteemed profession just to understand the complexities of your mind.
And have you succeeded?
No, not even close.
Serves you right, I must say.
Definitely all lunatic sports, but I do love you very much.
I wish you'd tell Lucy that.
Tell Lucy that I love you very much. Don't start.
Are you really going to let her marry that nitwit?
If she's in love with the nitwit, what do you expect me to do?
Don't be absurd. You've been in love with her since she was a child. Don't deny it. I know you're afraid of what Freud would say. That's ridiculous. It's not as though you were lusting after her when she was 5 years old. Were you?
Of course not.
You certainly are now. As for Lucy, if she weren't in love with you, she wouldn't take as much pleasure in torturing you. So marry her, little brother. Then you can torture each other in private and annoy the rest of us.
I don't think you've quite grasped the situation.
I grasp the fact that you're scared to death. Good Lord, the worst she can do is laugh in your face and tell you you're much too old for her.
You're such a comfort to my senility. You are my elder, you know.
Yes, but I don't look it.
Thank you so much.
I was older than Jonathan, and it never bothered either of us. I wish you'd learn to stop worrying about things of so little consequence. You'd be a lot happier.
Have you ever thought of entering my profession?
And spend my life listening to other people's problems. No, thank you.
I thought nothing shocked you.
No, it doesn't. But I'd be bored to death indeed. I don't know how you stand it, I really don't. How do you remember all those complexes? Or do you just make them up as you go along? Why don't you just tell all of them to take long walks in the fresh air and sunshine and always tell people exactly what they think?
Oh, of course. Mina's philosophy of life.
It comes highly recommended.
You are lunatic sports. Don't believe there's anyone else in the world that's quite like you.
Let's hope not. I do like to think of myself as an original, no imitation, break the mold sort of person.
What are you looking for?
My scarf. I could have sworn I left it right here.
Come in, Annie.
Excuse me, sir, but Count Dracula's just arrived.
Well, you better show it in right away. It's unwise to keep the admirers of my sister waiting for too long.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Annie. I can't seem to find my scarf. The one I was wearing earlier this evening.
The sparkly one.
Yes, that's the one. Mr. Harker gave it to me. I'd hate to lose it.
I'll keep an eye out for it, Mum.
Thank you, Annie.
Been seeing quite a bit of accounts lately.
I'm so sorry, my Lord Inquisitor. No interrogation today.
Count Dracula.
Good evening.
Welcome back to Whitby, Count. Did you enjoy your visit to London?
I did indeed. I always find London most entertaining.
Much more entertaining than Lord Whitby, I imagine.
Without your presence, Mrs. Harker, this town would lose its greatest fascination.
I'm so glad you didn't say it's greatest entertainment. I might have been offended. You know, Jack, I may feel the need to slap you presently.
I'm sorry, I seem to have missed something.
Look, my brother's going through his second adolescence. We don't like to talk about it.
I do not wish to intrude on your evening, but once I am offered an invitation, I'm afraid it becomes difficult to be rid of me.
You're always welcome, Count. Listen to me now. Would you care for a brandy, Count?
Thank you, yes.
Are we to continue our game of chess this evening?
Are you quite certain you wish to continue?
I do seem to be glutton for punishment. But there's no need for you to look so smug. You can't possibly win all the time.
On the contrary, my dear Mrs. Harker, I always try to make very certain that I do.
I understand that we have a guest.
Lucy.
Miss Harker, they told me you were ill. To see you now, I cannot believe it.
Lucy, are you quite
But
certain?
I feel perfectly well. And besides, the Count would think me rude if I didn't thank him for his lovely flowers. They were beautiful. I had Annie bring them up to my room and set them right beside my bed.
When I think of you, Miss Harker, I always think of roses.
My dear Count, you're always so gallant. But perhaps you'd best save your charm for my sister-in-law. I'm already spoken for, you know.
Lucy, really?
It's perfectly all right. Perhaps I am merely unaware of the social customs of your country.
Oh, not at all. But I throw them away in any case. Jack's allergic.
Oh, I see.
I don't think you do, actually. What are you up to?
Really, Doctor, there's no need to explain. I'm very open-minded.
May I have a sherry, darling?
May you may not behave yourself.
Shouldn't we leave them alone?
No, no.
No,
Interesting.
you ought to be in bed.
Kindly do not give me orders, sir.
Well, as your doctor,
Am I under analysis?
as your friend,
I don't think you ought to mix the two. It seems to be causing you a bit of confusion.
Do you garden, Count?
Everyone gardens in England, even the foreigners. Gardening and hunting are the great English pastimes. I believe I heard shots earlier this evening. What were you hunting at so late an hour?
Bat.
This is some English delicacy of which I'm unaware.
Just general sportsmanship. I almost had him, but Lucy made me stop. She's grown quite fond of that old bat.
How gratifying for the poor creature. Perhaps it is his ability to fly that so intrigues Miss Harker. Nothing moves quite like a bat. So graceful yet so erratic.
Must be glorious to fly.
Indeed it is. I try to do so whenever possible. I meant, of course, in my dreams.
maybe it's like my sister.
You pilot one of those machines.
Yes, I adore it. Such a feeling of freedom, especially at dawn. That's my favorite time. And Jack will tell you. When I was a little girl, I used to sneak down here in the morning to watch the sun come up. It's the most marvelous view through this window. That is glorious.
It's quite a tribute to our new age, don't you think? Man is always stripped of conquering the air, and we have all lived to see it happen.
Man has not conquered the air, Doctor. He has built a machine to conquer it for him. This new century of progress, what is it but an age of machines, not of men? We develop our minds in order to recreate our visions and render ourselves obsolete.
That's a bit pessimistic, don't you think?
Do you not believe that in the future machines will do all for us? They have already begun. They render everything, even death, sterile.
James return to the age of barbarians, eliminate science in favor of witchcraft and black magic.
You do not believe in the supernatural, Doctor? In the power of the occult?
I believe there are charlatans who use sleight of hand and parlor tricks to play on weaker minds, like spiritualists, for example. Now, I don't believe there's anything that can't be explained rationally and logically by scientific methods.
What was it Shakespeare said? There are more things in heaven and earth than dreamt of in your philosophy.
I no more consider Hamlet proof of supernatural than Henry VI an accurate portrayal of British history.
Tell me, Doctor, when people dream of flying, do they soar, unaided on their journey, or flop about in little machines?
What's your point?
As your learned friend, Dr. Freud, has observed, the subconscious mind often acknowledges what the conscious mind denies.
And subconsciously, we all believe in the supernatural.
Interesting.
Dreams are interesting things. Once I dreamt that I went to a dinner party without a stitch on, and nobody paid the slightest attention. It was very discouraging.
dreams are very useful in psychoanalysis, as are legends, superstitions, and fairy tales. They represent hidden fears and frustrations, fantasies. They're symbolic, they're not real.
Jack feels obliged to analyze everything. I've always enjoyed a ghost story, the kind that makes the hair on the back of the neck bristle. And even though Jack tends to pooh-pooh the matter, I must remind him the stories Nanny used to tell us when we were children. She was the most marvelous Irish woman, and she had the gift of Blarney if any ever did. Remember, Jack, when you used to have to sleep with a candle by your bed? Listen to that. Right on cue.
Pouring at any moment.
So much for modern convenience, Jack.
Patience is the best way with big sinister rounds.
Don't fuss, Jack. I'm sure they'll let you know if you're needed. Seems a perfect night for a ghost story. Well, Count, I imagine Romania is full of all manner of legends about spirits and goblins and ghouls and such.
Every country has its folk tales. Some fact, some fiction, some so obscured by time it is difficult to tell which is which.
Whenever Nanny talks. Well, whenever Nanny talked like that, I could always smell a story brewing.
There is one story that the peasants like to tell about an ancestor of mine, my namesake in fact, the first Dracula who lived centuries ago in Wallachia, Vlad Tepes.
Excuse me, sir. I thought these might be of some assistance.
You may always depend on Annie no matter what the emergency. Please do go on. The atmosphere is too perfect.
His father had been given the name Dracul after he won the Order of the Dragon for bravery. Dracul means dragon. His second son, Vlad, was born shortly after and called Dracula, or son of the dragon.
Jensen, see what you can do about the lights, sir.
Thank you, Annie.
But doesn't Dracul also translate as devil? And Dracula's son of the devil.
Are you a student of language, Miss Harker?
Actually, I helped my brother with his research when he was traveling abroad. When you became his client, I researched your family tree. Jonathan always liked to know skeletons in every family's closet. He felt it was a solicitor's duty. Oh, I'm sorry. It is your closet after all.
Stories are always best told by neutral parties.
Very well then. Dracula, my recitation by Lucy Harker. Dracula lived in the 15th century, an age of blood and honor. But when he was a child, he was kidnapped by the Turks and held hostage for many years in order to keep his father, Dracul, in line. But by the time he reached adulthood, he was able to escape and return to Wallachia to claim his father's throne. He used the knowledge he had gained during his captivity to become the Turks' most dangerous enemy.
Sounds a dashing sort.
Indeed he was, and rather attractive, according to some historical accounts. They claimed that he had mistresses and a bevy of illegitimate offspring scattered across most of Slavic Europe.
A slight exaggeration.
But his reputation as a battle lord was by far his most distinguished characteristic, wouldn't you say so, Count?
He enjoyed leading charges at the head of his armies. He did not observe war from a safe distance, as did most princes of the day. For this reason, his men respected him, honored him.
Feared him.
Every prudent soldier fears his commander.
Of course, it's a prerequisite for military life.
But the Turks, who certainly didn't frighten easily, were absolutely terrified of him. They liked to call him the Great Devil. And they said that he wooed death as if it were a beautiful woman. Yet it always seemed to elude him.
You mean they thought he couldn't be killed?
That was their belief, yes.
But eventually, his allies became suspicious of his, you could say, great ambition. So Prince Matthias of Hungary had to be imprisoned for 12 years. However, in true romantic fashion, Dracula found an ally in Matthias' sister. The princess helped him to escape, and in gratitude, he married her.
But why was this man such a monster? He sounds more Ivanhoe than Ivan the Terrible.
This pagan of knightly virtue, this national hero, this romantic medieval figure, had a few peccadillos. During his lifetime, he murdered 40,000 men, women, and children. Unlike Isabella or the Borgias or Robespierre, he didn't murder for social, religious, or political reasons, or even simple racial prejudice. He murdered for amusement. He found all manner of torture to be very amusing. He would employ them for the smallest flicker of insult, lack of wit, or even bad table manners. Marquis de Sade could have taken lessons from him. Though his favorite method was to impale his victims from a high pole, blunted, so that they wouldn't die too quickly. For this reason, he was given the name Black Tepes, or Black the Impaler.
That is truly disgusting.
What's happened to him? Did his people revolt against him?
You are naive, Doctor. Torture was commonplace at that time.
But was it commonplace to hold picnics and parties in front of rows and rows of your victims?
You're joking, that's insane.
That would make sense from this point of view.
In what way?
If you'll excuse professional opinion, it's quite obvious that your ancestor was an exhibitionist who gained some sort of satisfaction from bloodletting.
Oh, I do beg your pardon.
It's not unusual. Many mass murders are like that. They wish to display their carnage from other people. Their reactions of horror, terror, and revulsion stimulate the murderer. He gains satisfaction, like this fellow in London who's decapitating all these prostitutes. He no doubt enjoys the terror he's spreading.
It must be comforting, being a scientist. Life becomes so systematic. All complications are so easily explained. Now, if you could find a way for them to be so easily resolved, life would be perfection.
I'm afraid I've offended you.
Not at all.
Then I have.
Impossible.
Well, that leaves me, and I'm quite certain I couldn't possibly offend anyone.
We shall have our chess game when I return again from London.
You're leaving already.
I think wise before the storm worsens. Doctor, may I impose on you further?
Of course.
Might I borrow an umbrella?
Nonsense. We'll have Jensen drive you.
You are very kind, Doctor, but that won't be necessary. I enjoy storms. All the thunder and lightning. I find it most...
Electrifying?
My dear Mrs. Harker, you are the soul of practicality.
I also know where all the umbrellas are. Come on.
Good night, Doctor. Miss Harker, I hope we shall be seeing each other again soon.
Count.
You want to be in bed.
Well, so you said.
Well, you should.
Did you really have to sleep with a candle by your bed?
Most recently, no.
I like the dark. Makes things easier, don't you think?
Makes what easier?
Well, saying things, of course. Things you've always wanted to say. Things that you were afraid of saying.
Like, why are you marrying a man you're not in love with?
Like, why are you letting me?
You're a big girl now.
Oh, really? I hadn't thought you'd noticed. I adored you when I was a child. I used to wish that you were my brother instead of Jonathan. But I did. The only way I could get him to pay any attention to me at all was to do his silly research for him. I was his secretary, not his sister.
That's not true. He loved you very much.
No. He loved you and Nina very much. I always thought of me as frivolous. Porcelain doll. Everyone was afraid of it. except you. You taught me how to ride. You took me to my first circus, picnics, to my first ballet, Sleeping Beauty, remember? You bought me a music box. And you were my escort to my first ball. But you wouldn't dance with me.
That's very good.
I'm still a little girl to you, aren't I?
Well, you know how I feel. What do you want me to say?
I want you to say what you want to say. Tell me to leave. Tell me to elope with Arthur and leave you alone. Tell me that I'm a silly little girl or a fool. Tell me that I've been seeing things, imagining things that weren't there. But for God's sake, Jack, tell me something. Just something.
Very well. I love you.
Please don't make it sound like a prognosis. You always make me feel like I'm 12 years old.
Well, how do you think I feel? I'll tell you, like a blithering idiot. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this. I've loved you for as long as I can remember, since you were a child. I used to think there's something wrong with me. I always try to make you the perfect image of what I thought. I don't know. Just once you grew up, I never thought you'd even look at someone like me.
Must you always analyze everything?
Yes.
Tell me you love me again.
I love you again.
Oh, now you're making fun.
I'm sorry. I feel so silly. You're so adorable.
I want to be adorable. I want to be worldly and sophisticated like Mina.
Mina. You know, once we're married, she'll be saying, I told you so for the rest of our lives.
Are we getting married?
That's what people do, you know.
And I thought, couldn't we live in sin for a few years and have everyone talk about us?
No.
Very well. If you wish to be conventional.
I'm very conventional.
What?
Wait, where are you going?
I thought I ought to be in bed. That is where you've been trying to send me all night, isn't it? Now that you're to be my husband, I'd best start learning to obey you.
It's as simple as that, is it?
Of course.
Would you like me to walk with you?
What? I know the way.
Well, it's dark and you've been ill.
I think I've lost my sense of direction. Aren't you afraid it will lead to improprieties?
I certainly hope so.
Jack, you're being very naughty. I thought you were so conventional.
I have my slight deviations.
What would Mina say?
She'd probably applaud.
Now, come to think of it, she probably would. But with the servants, have to be more subtle.
What do you suggest?
Wait 10 minutes.
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Now sit down, right there. Behave yourself. 5 minutes. No tricks. Sit back down. I promise, 5 minutes. I'll be back. Oh, come on. Oh my God.
Hardly. Allow me.
What are you doing here?
It would be ungentlemanly to ignore your invitation. The removal of those odious garlands.
I didn't know they were to be removed.
What a lie you are. You asked Annie to have them removed earlier this evening. I noticed my roses are still in place as well.
Perhaps I've changed my mind.
Of course, the woman's prerogative. It is unwise to play games with me.
I thought you liked games.
I found the one downstairs most enjoyable. I did not know you found my early history so stimulating.
No, I find it disgusting.
Another lie.
I thought you found Mina more interesting.
It is not in my nature to be monogamous. But then, it is not yours either, I have observed. Why do you not look at me? Are you afraid?
I want you to go away.
Before the doctor arrives? Have you truly forsaken me, beloved? Ah well, I must be the good English sport.
What's you doing?
I merely wish to say goodbye properly.
No tricks.
Tricks? I don't know what you mean. I'm merely kissing your hand. How beautiful you are, beloved. True physical perfection is so rare, so temporal. How sad that it should be so. But thus is the curse of humanity. Soon, the softness begins to fade, to wrinkle and decay, finally, to become dust.
I'm not exactly on my last legs here, you know.
How many years do you think you have? 70? 80? You are only a few short years away from the panic of the first gray hair. Time passes quickly on this plane. The bones become brittle. The spine begins to curve. Senses to diminish. The mind slows, forgets. Soon, you become unable to control even the most basic bodily functions.
No, stop it!
Why? That is what you're choosing, isn't it? Age? Death?
Jack loves me, and I love him. And all my life.
Of course. It is all very romantic.
You don't love me at all, do you?
No, not in the least. Would you prefer if I pretend that I did? As suggested of the doctor.
Lucy,
Jack,
who else would it be?
Let him in.
just a minute.
I can be gone before he steps over the threshold.
Lucy, are you alright?
The marks on your neck will disappear. It will be as if we never knew each other. Why do you hesitate?
Lucy.
Love is everything, isn't it? That's what all the poets say.
You know, it's a bit awkward.
What is his love compared to what I can give?
Lucy.
Really, my dear, I'm beginning to feel as if I'm in the middle of a French farce. That poor idiot will no doubt wait all night. I, however, am not that patient.
Jack. Jack, I'm sorry.
Are you feeling alright?
Yes. I'm just afraid that I'm a dreadful coward.
It's alright, I understand. We have plenty of time, after all. I love you.
Oh, Jack.
Sweet dreams.
You'd best bolt the door. I see you've been reading the Milton that I gave you. You do not find him as exciting as Mr. Lawrence.
No.
I don't think you've been reading him properly. Now let me see. Hunger and thirst at once. Powerful persuaders. Quickened at the scent of that alluring fruit urged me so keen. About the mossy trunk, I wound me soon. For high from ground, the branches would require thy utmost reach, or animal. Round the tree, all other beasts that saw with like desires, longing and envying stood, but could not reach. Amid the tree, now got, where plenty hung, tempting so nigh. To pluck and eat my fill I spared not, for such pleasure, till that hour, at feed or fountain, never had I found.
Why don't you let that wait until tomorrow morning when you can see the better?
Oh, it's an early night for me, Mum.
Yes, I suppose that's true. What's this?
Oh,
Lucy's warm milk.
It's not doing her much good down here.
I passed by her room earlier. I thought she might not want to be disturbed.
Oh. Annie, where's Dr. Seward?
What did you say, Mum? Although I did see him in the upstairs hall about half an hour ago.
Not on his way to his room, I take it.
I couldn't rightly say whose room he was on his way to, Mum.
I see. I think I'll take up the tray, Annie.
Oh, Mum.
I simply adore acute embarrassment. Good night, Annie.
Good night, Mum.
Lucy! Lucy, it's Mina. I brought you some warm milk. Annie told me it helps you sleep. Lucy? Lucy, dear, won't you let me in? Lucy?
What's the matter?
Jack! I thought
You thought what?
something's wrong. Lucy! It's haunted.
Lucy? Lucy, it's Jack, can you hear me? Lucy! I thought Paul spoken.
Oh, that is not good. Not good at all. He's gone. Just a little longer.
Professor Van Helsing, I presume.
You presume correctly.
I've heard so much about you, and I've been longing to meet you.
I'm honored, Mr.
Renfield, I'm one of Dr. Seward's lunatics.
Your reputation precedes you.
Cigar?
No, thank you. Keep, as you British would say.
I'm sure Dr. Seward would wish me to entertain you in his absence.
I appreciate your courtesy.
Are you ill, Professor, or merely a drug addict?
I am an old man, Mr. Renfield. Old men tend to be ill with one thing or another.
Your heart, is it?
You have had medical training, sir?
One doesn't need a degree to detect that you are not a well man. Noting your age, observing your coloring, and the way you carry yourself, I assume it is your heart.
You are a very versatile fellow, Mr. Renfield. One part Houdini, one part Sherlock Holmes.
Think you're clever, don't you?
Yes, I do. What do you think?
I think you might find someone here who's more clever than you are.
Oh? Then who might that be? Dr. Seward has told me all about you.
Oh, that's unlikely. He doesn't know all about me, but I am his most interesting case. Paranoid schizophrenic with delusions of grandeur complicated by an intense oral fixation. I am an instance of a man who had a strange belief consuming a multitude of live things, no matter how low on the scale of creation, one might indefinitely prolong life. Therefore, I killed for the purpose of strengthening my vital powers by assimilation with my own body of life through the medium of the victim's blood, relying, of course, on the scriptural phrase, "For the blood is the life."
In all seriousness, Mr. Renfield, don't you think that particular truism has been vulgarized by overuse?
Don't patronize me.
I have no intention of doing so.
Tell me, Professor, how long do you give yourself? A few months? A year? Longer, perhaps, without any sudden shocks!
You are a very entertaining fellow, Mr. Renfield. I'm beginning to understand why Mrs. Harker is so fond of you.
Mrs. Harker is my friend. She visits me sometimes.
Oh, so you wouldn't want anything bad to happen to her?
Nothing bad is going to happen to her.
And what makes you so certain?
He promised me.
Who promised you?
Mrs. Harker isn't my only friend, you know. I have other friends. Powerful friends. He is my friend.
He?
Him.
Him.
You're trying to make me think you know, but you don't know. You're not so clever. You couldn't save Miss Lucy, could you?
I couldn't save her life, but I safeguarded her soul.
Her soul! You safeguarded her soul? What nonsense! I see you've been reading the Whitby Gazette. Are you certain you're well enough for this sort of thing, Professor? Perhaps you'd better go home to Amsterdam to die.
What about the Whitby Gazette?
I shouldn't be reading this, you know. This is just the sort of thing that excites someone in my delicate mental condition. Ghastly, isn't it? These stories. And all the poor, sweet little children. It's very shocking, don't you think, what's happening to the sweet little children?
What do you know about this, stabbing woman?
I say the question is, Professor, what do you know about her? The beautiful lady, the stabbing woman, the girl in black, who lures children into the dark with promises of sweets and leaves them sobbing with 2 tiny red holes in their throats. Souls indeed. Ah, the times. I haven't seen this for a while. Women are disappearing in Whitechapel. Old news. He's chopping off their pretty little heads. Chop, chop, chop! That seems to be an extremely antisocial behavior, not to mention the monotony of it all. I shall mention the monotony of it all. Wouldn't you find it monotonous, just chop, chop, chop all the time?
Why should I listen to the ravings of a madman?
You don't know anything! You're a fool just like the rest of them, only you are a bigger fool because you think you're so clever!
Perhaps I should read persimmons.
Shall I tell you about Miss Lucy? I know all about Miss Lucy.
No need to excite yourself, Mr. Renfield.
You couldn't save her because she was promised.
We are all promised. In a way. To God.
Not to God, no, no. Not promised to God. Promised to him. Promised to the master.
Are you a Satanist, Mr. Renfield?
Oh no, I don't care for organized religion.
Well, if you're not speaking of God, then you must be speaking of the devil.
Why should I care for God or for the devil either? What could he give me?
Well, Beelzebub is the lord of the flies.
What a simpleton you are!
I thought you liked flies.
The fly, my dear sir, has one striking feature. Its wings are typical of the aerial powers of the psychic faculties. The ancients did well when they typified the soul to a butterfly.
Ah, so it is a soul you have now, is it?
I want no souls. Life is all I want. He takes care of souls. I don't want any souls.
You want life, so you take life.
Oh, yes. I have latent homicidal tendencies. But that's all right. You needn't worry about that.
But how are you to get life without the soul? Some grand time you'll have out there sometime when you're just flying out there with the souls of thousands and thousands of birds and flies and spiders, all buzzing and twittering all around you. You have their lives, so now you must put up with their souls. I wonder what a fly's soul is like.
What ridiculous nonsense you're talking! I don't want a fly soul or any soul at all! To hell with you and your souls! As you plague me with souls, haven't I got enough to worry me and pain me and distract me already without thinking of souls? Forgive me, Professor. I forgot myself. Perhaps I should ring for Simmons after all. You are a very clever man after all. He must be wary of you. Mr. Renfield, please, let me help you. It's you who's interested in souls, Professor. If I were you, I would worry about my own. Hello, Simmons!
Come here, you! So sick of your games!
Oh, come along, Simmons.
I can put hands on you, you have no idea!
Fascinating study.
I feel obliged to point out that she is still alive. A very robust young woman, considering her profession. You wouldn't want to behead her while she was still breathing, would you? She might look in the eyes and begin to plead. Could you decapitate her if she pleaded with you with large, beguiling eyes?
You could.
Actually, I find beautiful eyes make me more ravenous. But then, you already know that, don't you? Why do you keep decapitating my pawns?
This isn't a chess game.
Of course it is! Aren't you the White Knight? A modern-day embodiment of St. George, cleaving the heads off of dragons before they can devour the innocent of London. Are there any innocent in London?
She's just a child.
This one ceased to be a child the moment she left the cradle. Intoxicating, isn't it? The smell of blood, bittersweet, the most potent nectar in the world.
I can control it.
Of course, the capacity of the English for self-control. 'Tis most admirable. You've changed a great deal. I hardly know you. You look like a bohemian. Not the dapper young Englishman I remember. It is very sad. I'm concerned about you, my boy. Very concerned. About your health and well-being.
I bet you are.
Once again, I am your host. This time, in your country, not my own. May I offer you a brandy? Or would you prefer something warm? What's mine is yours. That is the usual bond between friends.
You consider me a friend. I thought I was a vassal.
Very well. I am, after all, a product of my time. Our bond shall be a feudalistic one. I am a prince. I command. I take. Sometimes I give.
I've pledged never to taste human blood.
And you still keep to that?
I do.
Why did you murder our sisters in Romania?
I ended their curse.
You consider our life a curse?
Your life, not mine.
Because you feed on the blood of small animals. For all your protestations, Harker, you are a creature, as I am, as they were. Do you plan to murder Lucy as well?
They were not my sisters, or yours either. I thought they were your wives.
Wives, sisters, it makes no difference. Have you not realized that? The ritual binds us, makes us one. One blood, one flesh, one kin. I felt them die. Every one of them. They were part of me. That is why I felt their debts. That is why I shall feel yours.
And I yours.
That remains to be seen.
I felt them die too. That's how I knew what I was becoming, what you had done to me.
To you? Really?
I wanted to escape from you.
That was the reason for your suicide, was it? It only sealed your fate. And what do you have to show for it? A twisted neck, once beautiful features distorted, and a very bad rope burn. I like irony.
Irony! Is that why you're here? The 3 people I love most in exchange for 3 creatures you could barely tolerate.
I gave up revenge centuries ago. Now, I only seek to amuse myself, and at present, I find your family very amusing. And why are you still here, watching your family diminish while mine expands?
I came here to kill you. You find that amusing too, do you?
You lie to yourself more often than any creature I have ever met. You are struggling to hold on to what is left of your humanity, but you are slipping away, like a drowning man. Soon, you will relinquish everything human. Family, friends, even ideas, and dreams. Let them go. Then only the blood will remain. You know, you've been following me so closely that I can feel you watching. I practically took Lucy right under your eyes, and you did nothing. What did you feel? Envy? Whom did you envy? Myself? Or Lucy? Oh! You cannot kill me, Harker. You are not strong enough. Not in the blood of small animals. I want you stronger. I want a challenge, Harker. You're much too easy. I want a good game.
I refuse to participate in your games!
No? Who is your master?
No!
I challenge you by a bond. You cannot deny me. Who is your master?
You are!
What?
You are! Damn you!
Tell me, is such weakness common among the men of your country? No wonder your women are so bored.
Leave my family alone!
Do not presume to issue me ultimatums!
I'll find a way to get at you.
This conversation grows tedious.
Wake up! Wake up!
What?
Come on. I'm going to get you out of here.
Who are you?
A friend.
You want to be straight?
No, I'm not going to hurt you. Here. Put this on.
No, where are we going?
I don't know. I'll put you on a train.
Where?
Anywhere. It doesn't matter. Away.
No, I'm afraid.
He'll kill you. Eventually.
I know. I can't explain. He's going to kill me. I don't want to go, he's going to kill me. What's wrong with me?
There's nothing wrong with you. It's him. He knows things. He can look inside you and see things about you that you didn't even know yourself. But you can't let him win. You can't. Now come on.
It would be better if we waited until light. Then he can't follow us.
For me, I'm afraid that would be rather difficult.
You're like him. You are.
I'm not going to hurt
Let
you.
go of me, you black liar! This is just another one of his games. He's hired me, and now he's giving me to one of his friends. He don't even care enough to kill me himself.
Listen to me. He doesn't care for anyone or anything. You have to look out for yourself. Go or stay, but make sure it's your decision, not his.
I thought he was a gentleman. But they all did. The other girls. But they thought he was a bloody gold mine. Prince Charming, maybe. Suppose he was a bit too greedy, eh? Too many flowery notions. Are you gentlemen?
I've heard differing opinions on the subject.
I think you are. You're not like him. Not really. You've got nice eyes. Real pretty eyes. Please. I just want it to be over. I don't care no more.
Yes, you do. Don't talk like that.
I'm dead already. He ain't never gonna let me go. He don't let people go.
I'll get you away from here.
It won't matter. He'll find me. Did he let you go? He don't never let you go, not until you're dead.
Sometimes not even then.
Do you want to kill him?
I'm not strong enough.
I can make you strong.
No!
You want to?
I made a vow!
I think it's getting a bit late for your vows, dearie. If you want to kill him, you've got to do what he does.
What he wants me to do.
Doesn't matter. If it works, doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
I want to make him pay. We'll make him pay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a short 10-minute intermission. Please stand.